ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to FPVXB. It's my intention today to do a bit of an unboxing here and kind of sort of a little review, but without actual flight in it. I have the intention of building myself a new quad, and I'm going to shove all my gear into a Hyperlow CG. The choice of motor that I made is before you, as you can see here. I've gone with the Iflight Xing motors. I've got 4 of them, which is quite annoying to have 4 of them and not have my frame or my flight controller or my 4-in-1 ESC, because when you order from particular sites they do take a while to deliver, as I'm sure you all know. So let's have a look, in case any of you have bought these and you want to have a look how they come, what's in the box, what sort of thrust you get out of these, that sort of thing. I done a bit of a dig. You can have a look-see and see if you dig or you don't dig, or if it's your sort of thing or not. So let me not waste your time talking crap in your ear. I'll just get started. I'll shift those off to the side and we'll get on opening one of these. Inside the box, as you can see, fairly well packaged. I mean, not the most brilliant packaging, but I've seen a lot worse. As you open, you can see the whole motor itself is embedded in foam, which is pretty good. Pack of screws in there. Let's see what we get. There's a prop nut in there, and your 4 screws for mounting onto the frame. Does look to me like there's a bit of Loctite on the screws, which is always a bonus, because, you know, paying premium for a motor, you could at the very least get a little bit of Loctite. And it's blue Loctite, so generally quite good. I don't know if you can all see that, but there it is for the viewing. Alright, so I would have liked to have got one extra one, because I have a tendency of stripping them, breaking them, losing them, you know, random accidents happen to them. Shove that off to the side and down to the main event, ladies and gentlemen. So I got these being advised by a friend of mine that old KVs and old motor sizes are sort of out the window. And when choosing new motors, there was a lot of things to consider, which I took into consideration and came up with the opinion that I should get myself a pair of these, or 2 pairs of these, you know. I quite like them, as you can see. I want to move them up, but I worry that they won't be in focus for you. As you can see, very sexy. I think it's the sexiest motor I've seen in a fair old time. Loving it. You can see in the top we have a hollow titanium shaft, 4mm, I believe. Light bottom, which is always really nice and good to keep motors cool. I find that it keeps them cooler as well. Having a read about these bad boys, I know that they're using Japanese bearings in them, which are great, as you can see here. And also through a little bit of research, I see that you can replace these bearings fairly easily, which is freaking awesome. You know, some motors come with bearings that aren't replaceable. If they are replaceable, it's like a mission to find them, so that's always a perk. Really easy to disassemble. Torque screwdriver in the bottom of the motor, take the screw out, pull it all apart, and boom, there you go. You can see they're using larger magnets in the bell. Also very light bell. The motor itself is incredibly light. The exact weights will be posted on the links I've shared below, so feel free to click through and have a look. I've gone for the 2450 kV. These seem to be the sweet spot for me. The thrust that these motors actually provide and their S capabilities, as far as what S batteries you can use with them, are posted on iFlight's website. I'll put a link to that exact page down below as well. So if you want to have a look, you can go and have a look. I find that these hit the sweet spot for me. They look like they're the bad boys as far as it comes to thrust. And I suppose I'd probably have gone with them anyway, because the red and black is sort of the theme I'm going for in the hyper-low build that I'm planning to do. Alright, I'm going to try and bring them up so you can have a solid look at them, but the camera doesn't always work on the zoom, so sorry if it's a bit of a catastrophe. Yeah, not much of a great focus there. Oh, there we go, that's a little bit better. Well, kind of was, but isn't anymore. Oh. Win some, you lose some. Never get these things to focus right. Xing, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think of that? I think that's sexiness personified in a motor right there. Beautiful, beautiful, sexy thing. Gonna look amazing on my quad. Yeah, definitely like them. And Iflight sort of does have a bit of a reputation for producing decent stuff. They've been around for a while. They do a bit fairly decent R&D. Nice to see an innovative product like this coming out. Once I get it all done and get it all on the bench, like on the test, and I'll share my build video as well when I put these on the actual hyper-low CG frame. I'll share the build video as well, so make sure you subscribe if you want to have a look at that video when I get onto it, because I think it'll be fairly good. Yeah, worth a watch, certainly. And then when I actually get a chance to go and fly my hyper-low CG frame, you can see them in action. And I'll sort of post a succession of links from one video to the next. So if you started here and you plan to keep track of how I did fare in the build and how I did fare in the test flight, given that I don't just crash on my maiden flight and burn my motors out and set my AESCs on fire and my battery explodes and I end up in a pool of tears, assuming the fetal position in the middle of a park. Yeah, you can watch that. So yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. Be nice to get some followers, as this is a brand new channel. Sorry for my cold. I imagine the audio is a bit poor, but you know, I've always been one who'd like to watch stuff about unboxings, and I've probably waffled on a fair bit. So there it is. The Iflight Xing motor in 2207 at 2450 kV. The red and black beauty. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to tune in again for my next review.